soft whistling over salt and sky, before the giant faces rise. Morning leaned along the shore, blue and pale on every door. The sea was breathing under grey, while Viareggio woke today. The promenade was still and wide, with gulls that crossed the quiet tide. And somewhere behind painted walls, wooden giants stirred in halls. Men rode wheels across the streets, hammered frames with patient beat. Brush and ladder, rope and glue gave paper dreams their final hue. A baker opened by the square, sweet sugar drifted through the air, and children pressed against the glass to see what wonder soon would pass. Morning on the seafront glows, before the whole wild carnival grows, before the laughter shakes the sky, before the giant masks roll by. Morning on the seafront sings of painted kings and paper wings, of sea wind, color cloth and light, preparing for the fall of night. Face waited half complete, a moon-eyed queen with dancing feet. A crooked duke with paper grin looked ready to let mischief in. And all along the salted breeze, the city moved with practiced ease, as if the sea itself had known this day would never be its own. Nothing yet had burst aloud, but joy was hiding in the crowd, in every cart and every hand that built a dream from paste and sand. Morning on the seafront glows, before the whole wild carnival grows, before the laughter shakes the sky, before the giant masks roll by. Morning on the seafront sings of painted kings and paper wings, of sea wind, color cloth and light, preparing for the fall of night. Whistling in the salted air, the parade is almost there. In the sheds behind the avenue, where sunlight filtered pale and blue, they shape the laughter, shape the sneer, the towering faces people cheer. With paper skin and iron bone, they made the strange look almost known. A giant grin, a foolish king, a saint with boots and cardboard wings. The builders climbed with careful feet through paint and dust and summer heat, and every wrinkle, every eye was made to mock, to dream, to fly. They worked where glue and silence met, with steady hands and sleeves still wet, until the faces seemed to breathe and whisper jokes through painted teeth. Oh, the builders of the giant faces turn old streets to brighter places, making satire, making flame, giving laughter shape and name. Oh, the builders of the paper skies lift the foolish and the wise, a city by the sea turns its thoughts to pageantry. One carved a brow in deep surprise, one fixed a pair of rolling eyes, one stitched a sleeve of velvet red for a giant queen's enormous head. A child was lifted to a frame and touched the cheek of painted shame, then smiled as if he understood that even ridicule can be good. No marble hall, no royal dome, just workshops full of borrowed home, where jokes were built with wood and paste and made to pass, but not to waste. Oh, the builders of the giant faces turn old streets to brighter places, making satire, making flame, giving laughter shape and name. Oh, the builders of the paper skies lift the foolish and the wise, till a city by the sea turns its thoughts to pageantry. By noon the giant mask stood tall, waiting to astonish all. Then the boulevard began to shake with rolling beasts of paint and papier-mâché. The crowd leaned in, the children cried, the giant world came rolling by. A dragon made of satin blue, a queen with lashes long as truth, a jester with a towering chin led all the joyful madness in. The sea wind tangled flags and hair, confetti spiraled through the air, and from the balconies above, old women waved with secret love. The brass rose bright, the clarinet made every painted eye feel wet, as if these foolish giant things had somehow brought the town its wings. When the great floats took the boulevard, every heart forgot its guard. Every window, every face leaned toward the moving bright disgrace. When the great floats took the sea road, the whole town seemed to overflow with satire, wonder, color, sound, and paper giants crowned the ground. One giant laughed with crooked teeth, one wore a moon upon his sleeve, one pointed out toward the foam as if the ocean were his throne. A little dog beneath a chair barked once at all that giant air, then sat back down as if to say, this too belongs to Carnival Day. No army marched, no empire came, only joy dressed up as blame. Only a city brave enough to make its jokes enormous stuff. When the great floats took the boulevard, every heart forgot its guard. Every window, every face leaned toward the moving bright disgrace. When the great floats took the sea road, the whole town seemed to overflow with satire, wonder, color, sound, and paper giants crowned the ground. the day like painted wine. By afternoon the masks grew wild. The giants teased both king and child, with swollen hats and wagging hands, and eyes too large for human plans. The crowd roared back in waves of cheer, not cruel but bright and strangely dear, because the joke was not to wound, but to let the city laugh out loud. A duke of cardboard lost his crown. A paper judge looked upside down. A silverfish in boots and lace swam slowly through the human race. And somewhere in that painted storm, the truth put on a funny form, as if the things we could not say had found a gentler, louder way. Laughter taller than the sea, rolling bright through Viareggio streets, mocking pride and dressing fear, in colors everyone can hear. Laughter taller than the tide, marching by with paper eyes, till the whole blue coast can feel how ridiculous the world can be. A child in yellow pointed high at a giant moon with sideways eye. An old man wiped his glasses clean to watch a fool parade as king. The gulls turn white above the foam, like scraps of paper going home. And every shout, every brass refrain made joy feel larger than the strain. No sermon here, no bitter knife, just satire dancing, dressed as life, a way to laugh at what we fear and hold each other while it's here. Laughter taller than the sea, rolling bright through Viareggio streets, mocking pride and dressing fear, in colors everyone can hear. Taller than the tide, marching by with paper eyes, till the whole blue coast can feel how ridiculous the world can be. And in the salt and evening glow, the giants still had room to grow. After the confetti fell, the boulevard grew soft and still. The paper scraps along the ground looked like snow that made no sound. The sea kept breathing in the dark, past the last brass fading spark, and giant shadows, wheel by wheel, began to lose their bright surreal. The children slept on someone's arm. The masks came off but kept their charm. A vendor closed his sugared stand, still glitter clinging to his hands. Far behind the promenade, the builders watched the things they'd made. Not with sorrow, not with pride, but with a quiet sea inside. After the confetti still echoes where the sea and people meet. After the confetti fell, the painted giants broke the spell, but left a color in the air that stayed long after they weren't there. A gull cried once above the shore, a lantern swung beside a door. Someone hummed the brass refrain that drifted lightly back again. And where the floats had thundered by, only moon and salt remained. Yet all the town seemed touched somehow a little brighter even now. Not every wonder stays in sight. Some only borrow one brief night, then leave their shimmer on the walls. And in the hush that follows all, after the confetti fell, the city kept its secret well. That laughter, once it leaves the street, still echoes where the sea and people meet. After the confetti fell, the painted giants broke the spell, but left a color in the air that stayed long after they weren't there. Soft whistling over sea and stone, the carnival has drifted home. After the confetti fell, the boulevard grew soft and still. The paper scraps along the ground looked like snow that made no sound. The sea kept breathing in the dark, past the last brass fading spark, and giant shadows, wheel by wheel, began to lose their bright surreal. The children slept on someone's arm, the masks came off but kept their charm. A vendor closed his sugared stand, still glitter clinging to his hands. Far behind the promenade, the builders watched the things they'd made. Not with sorrow, not with pride, but with a quiet sea inside. After the confetti fell, the city kept its secret well. That laughter, once it leaves the street, still echoes where the sea and people meet. After the confetti fell, the painted giants broke the spell, but left a color in the air that stayed long after they weren't there. A gull cried once above the shore, a lantern swung beside a door. Someone hummed the brass refrain that drifted lightly back again. And where the floats had thundered by, only moon and salt remain. Yet all the town seemed touched somehow a little brighter even now. Not every wonder stays in sight, some only borrow one brief night, then leave the shimmer on the walls. And in the hush that follows all, after the confetti fell, the city kept its secret well. That laughter, once it leaves the street, still echoes where the sea and people meet. After the confetti fell, the painted giants broke the spell, but left a color in the air that stayed long after home.